Hi, it's June 29th, 2026. I'm OG Nerd, and this is your OG Nerd News Update. President Trump unveiled his new Air Force One this week, a $400 million luxury jumbo jet gifted to the United States by the royal family of Qatar. It is one of the largest foreign gifts in American history, and it just landed. President Trump officially unveiled the new presidential aircraft Friday at Joint Air Force Base Andrews. A massive Boeing 747 jumbo jet gifted to the U.S. by the government of Qatar. Here's why this matters. Experts tell NPR the gift may violate the Foreign Emoluments Clause of the Constitution and raises serious questions about what Qatar might expect from the president in return. The plane is a Boeing 747-8, which is the U.S. accepted as a gift from Qatari government last year. Trump descended the stairs from the jet inside a hangar at Joint Base Andrews, greeted Air Force officials, and delivered remarks to a crowd of service members. He called it, quote, the world's most luxurious plane. A newly unveiled aircraft designated by the military as the VC-25B Bridge is a heavily modified jumbo jet, originally configured as a VVIP business liner for the Qatari royal family. To accelerate delivery, the Air Force left much of the jet's existing luxury interior, including high-end wood paneling, premium leather lounges, and master bedrooms, largely intact, rather than building a custom cabin from scratch. Inside, the Flying Oval Office provides 4,000 square feet of multi-level interior floor space, including a private presidential master suite with an office and dressing area, a fully equipped airborne medical annex, dedicated conference lounges, and a dual galley kitchen capable of serving 100 simultaneous meals. Trump dismissed months of bipartisan ethics scrutiny over the foreign asset, telling the assembled crowd that, quote, only a fool would turn down the world's most luxurious aircraft. Taxpayers were also on the hook for additional costs beyond the gift itself. The Air Force said it leased a separate 747-8 last year, purchased from Lithuania, just so pilots and maintenance crews could begin training. Taxpayers also funded a full three-dimensional mock-up of the plane's interior for familiarization, training ahead of the Qatari jet's arrival. The Air Force has said security modifications to the jet would cost less than $400 million, though retrofitting costs for presidential use were separately expected to run into the hundreds of millions of dollars. Senators have publicly demanded that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth provide further details and accountability on Qatari jet, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio has faced direct questioning over the administration's decision to accept the $400 million gift. Trump has said the jet will serve as a bridge aircraft until new U.S.-built presidential planes are delivered by Boeing, a delivery originally scheduled for 2024 that has now slipped to 2028. For working families across the country, many of whom are still recovering from war-driven gas and grocery price increases, this story lands a particularly uncomfortable moment. While ordinary Americans are paying more at the pump because of the Strait of Hormuz closure, the federal government was accepting an outfitting a $400 million luxury jet from a foreign monarchy. Here's my take. Let's set aside the politics for a second and just look at the plain facts. The President of the United States accepted a $400 million luxury jet as a personal gift, functionally, from the royal family of a foreign government. Legal experts say it may violate the Constitution's own emoluments clause, a provision written specifically to prevent foreign governments from buying influence over American leaders. And on top of the gift itself, American taxpayers are footing additional bills: a separate leased training jet, a full-scale interior mock-up, retrofitting cost in the hundreds of millions. This free gift has a very real price tag attached to the American public. Here's what bothers me most. We just came off a war that strained military budgets, that drove consumer prices, that cost American and Iranian lives alike. And in that same window, we are unveiling Flying Palace with dual kitchens that can serve 100 meals simultaneously in private presidential dressing rooms. A social democratic government should reflect the values and the needs of the people it serves, not accept lavish gifts from foreign monarchies that raise serious constitutional red flags. If we cannot fund school lunches without a fight, we should not be debating whether a $400 million flying mansion from a foreign government is an acceptable gift for any American president, regardless of party. That's where I stand. Thanks for tuning in to OG Nerd News Update. Follow us daily for coverage. Stay informed, stay sharp, but most of all, stay woke. And I'll see you next time. Please follow the conversation at OG Nerd After Dark live on TikTok at 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you there.